morning and welcome to all. So in the last class we have given an introduction for the hexose monophosphate pathway. So we have reached up to this point that this hexose monophosphate pathway, which provides a variety of intermediate sugar phosphates that the cell requires. For example, pentose phosphates. These pentose phosphates are used for the synthesis of nucleotides, that means nucleic acids such as DNA, RNA, and also for some amino acids also these pentose phosphates are used. And also this intermediate molecule in the hexose monophosphate pathway is erythrose phosphate. Apart from pentose phosphate, erythrose phosphate is another intermediate produced during the HMP pathway, and this erythrose phosphate is also used for the amino acid synthesis. And then another molecule 7-carbon phosphate, that is pseudoheptulose phosphate. These are also synthesized during the HMP pathway, and they are also used in the gram-negative bacteria for the synthesis of its cytoplasmic membrane. So this is the big diagram which I have divided into two parts. Okay, so you can write it in the first part is in one slide and half part, that is lower portion, it is seen in another slide. Okay, so the glucose in the presence of the enzyme hexokinase, it can be converted to glucose 6-phosphate, and this glucose 6-phosphate can enter into this HMP pathway. In another slide, this glucose 6-phosphate with the help of the enzyme glucose phosphate isomerase, it can be converted to fructose 6-phosphate. And this molecule again undergo by the enzyme phosphofructokinase, it may forms fructose 1,6-bisphosphate also. So this fructose 6-phosphate can also enter from the pentose phosphate pathway, and the glucose 6-phosphate formed in the first step, they also directly enters the hexose monophosphate pathway, and this may result in the synthesis of what? NADPH, which is an important intermediate, ribose 5-phosphate nucleotide biosynthesis. We are using ribose, pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate, which are used in the bacterial outer membrane, then erythrose 4-phosphate, which are used in the amino acid biosynthesis. Example for the amino acids which are synthesized from the erythrose 4-phosphate include tyrosine, phenylalanine, and tryptophan. And this fructose 1,6-bisphosphate may also undergo with the help of the enzyme aldolase to two compound, dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. And again this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can also be converted to dihydroxyacetone phosphate through the enzyme triose phosphate isomerase. And this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can also be converted to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. So these are the important steps in the glycolysis. So this glyceraldehyde phosphate can also enter from the HMP pathway, that is this arrow. And this fructose 6-phosphate may also enter from the HMP pathway, and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate also may enter from the HMP pathway. This is the box of HMP pathway. Okay, so these are the two important phases of HMP pathway, that is the oxidative phase and non-oxidative phase. In the case of oxidative phase, the glucose 6-phosphate molecule with the help of the enzyme glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase can be converted to 6-phosphogluconolactone. Again these steps are repeating. This is the oxidative phase of the HMP pathway. This 6-phosphogluconolactone again converted to 6-phosphogluconate with the help of the enzyme lactonase. And then this 6-phosphogluconate again it can be converted to ribulose 5-phosphate. and this ribulose phosphate, you know, they directly enter the synthesis of nucleotides. That is non-oxidative phase. It can also enter the non-oxidative phase. So this whole step is coming under oxidative phase. Next we are discussing about non-oxidative phase, in which ribose 5-phosphate have entered. Here ribulose 5-phosphate can be converted to cellulose 5-phosphate and ribose 5-phosphate with the help of the two enzymes epimerase and isomerase. Again this cellulose 5-phosphate, these molecules with the help of the transketolase enzyme, which can be converted to pseudoheptylose 7-phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Again with another enzyme transaldolase, this can be converted to either cellulose 5-phosphate or erythrose 4-phosphate and fructose 6-phosphate. Again this may undergo transketolase reaction to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and fructose 6-phosphate. So this can occur through the this may occur in the non-oxidative phase. Transketolase, which may in the help of the enzyme transketolase, this can be again converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and fructose 6-phosphate. So these are all about non-oxidative phase. So these are all about HMP shunt pathway. Thank you.